Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you're new to my channel, I post weekly on topics which personally inspire me with the hope that it helps you as well. So hit that subscribe button. Today we'll be discussing a topic which is very interesting and which applies to everyone. Irrespective of whichever field you belong to or how much money you make, you need to be aware of your personal finances and the concept of financial planning. We have always heard that, income minus your expenditure is what is supposed to be your savings or investment. Financial planning puts that into a perspective, which makes you realize that income minus your savings or investment is what is available to you for your expenses. So you need to prioritize investment and savings. So the basic understanding is having a clear picture of what is your current financial situation, what are your monetary goals in life. A lot of people want to be rich, but what do you mean by being rich? What are your short-term goals, long-term goals? And the last is your personal finance roadmap. How do you plan to reach from your current financial situation to where you want to be? Current lockdown is not something which any of us anticipated as such. There are people who have lost their jobs. There are businesses and professions which are facing some or the other kind of cash flow crunch. So all those who have ample of savings and investments or the so-called emergency fund are the ones who are able to at least get through this phase. Secondly is the importance of having some kind of a mediclaim or health insurance. And lastly, trying to plan your finances in a manner that your family gets the benefit of it, God forbid something happens to you. So for a lot of these reasons, you might realize why you need to be hands-on with your own personal finances. So number one is identifying your current financial situation. Now a lot of times it is surprising that people don't really know their current net worth. They know they have debt to be repaid. They know they might have some investments, but they don't really know how when you net off various things, what is their current net worth. So step one is gathering all of the information and being aware of what is your current financial situation. Step two is defining your financial goals. Now one of the primary objectives of financial planning is basically meeting your financial goals. So you start by defining what are your financial goals, and generally you can kind of classify them as short-term, medium-term and long-term financial goals. So your short-term will be anything up to 2 years, medium-term being 2 to 5 years and long-term being 5 years and beyond. And make sure that your financial goals are SMART: specific, measurable, adjustable, realistic and time-bound. Step 3 is identifying how are you going to bridge this gap. So you need to analyze what is your risk-taking capability, what kind of income would you need, what are the things you could get rid of so as to reach from your current financial situation to where you want to be. There are various ways to kind of do this. One is preparing a budget where you kind of anticipate how much income are you going to make, what are the kind of expenses you need to meet, and plan your savings and investments accordingly. Also, there are certain things like identifying if you have any kind of bad loans which are sitting in your portfolio. So any of those high interest loans, other than say your home loan or education loan, which are important, have a reasonable interest rate and provide you some tax benefits. Step 4 is start preparing your financial plan. So this is where you start getting into more specifics. So you start quantifying things like what needs to be an emergency fund or contingency fund and how much of your income should be allocated towards it and at what periods of time. One of the thumb rules which kind of gets recognized is having at least your 6 months salary with you as your emergency fund. So in case you have to unfortunately take a layoff or due to any other reasons not have any kind of an income, at least you have 6 months of savings to take you through. You understand about asset allocation. Asset allocation is where you understand how much you need to invest in say equity versus debt, and a lot of it depends on your risk-taking capacity. Again, in this also you kind of have a thumb rule of say 100 minus your age is what needs to be allocated towards equity and the rest towards debt. The rationale being that the older you get, the less time you have to recover your money in case the stock market tumbles. So your risk appetite is generally lower, but at the same time you need to invest enough amount in the equities to protect yourself against inflation. So basically there needs to be an optimal structure which is very unique and specific to yourself. Other areas will include your insurance, the fact that there should be a term insurance, at least for the earning member. There needs to be Mediclaim, and to realize that you've not been kind of buying insurance left, right, and center, which may not be necessary, and at the same time are heavy in terms of premium. Another important aspect is your tax planning, retirement plan, and estate. Number 5 is where you start implementing your financial plan. Now that you have a clear idea of where you are, where you need to be, you've also created a plan to go about. Now is the time to kind of start gathering your documents and information, open a Demat account in case you don't already have it, approach any kind of financial advisor if you need to, start building your knowledge about personal finances, financial planning, and improve on your skill. And the 6th important point is to review your plan periodically. Now it is important to understand that financial planning is not just a one-time activity. It is a continuous process of re-evaluating your current financial situation, your monetary goals, and the steps necessary to bridge the gap, as in how your age progresses and your situation changes. So anytime between say 6 months to a year, it is important that you review your entire plan. As I mentioned earlier, the better. So whatever be your age or situation right now, start right now. Be honest with yourself and take help if you require it. Have some realistic and measurable set of goals. It'll keep you motivated because you'll start actually realizing those goals. Keep reviewing your financial position and your financial plan periodically. Review your investments, insurance policies, tax planning, and most importantly, be hands-on with your money and be involved. Have a financial plan which is simple to execute. Don't overcomplicate things because of so many products available in the market. It helps you to kind of monitor your cash flows. Where is your income coming from? Where are you spending a lot of your money? Are you saving any money? It helps you to establish an optimum balance between your income and expenses. It helps you to kind of boost your savings and thereby create wealth. It helps you to kind of reduce your tax liability. It ensures that you're getting maximum return from your investments. You can financially secure your retirement. You can plan your insurance needs. You can financially secure the needs of your family, including preparing a will. I cannot delve into what investment is better, what kind of tax planning is better, what insurance policies are better, because as I mentioned earlier, a financial plan is unique to each individual. With this video, I hope I've inspired you enough to be hands-on with your money and start the financial planning process from today. I would love to hear any tips and tricks which you feel are essential for an effective financial planning process. Meet you all next week. Please do check out other videos on my channel, like and share this video and subscribe to my channel.